This is Jade. She's a 1-year-old Cane Corso. She came to us for a fear reactivity on leash towards dogs, towards people, a lot of barking, a lot of lunging, freaking out on walks, and when people come into the house. I've done a few sessions with her. She's okay with me. She doesn't mind me. She loves her mom. She does like other dogs off leash. Really likes my dog, as you can see right there. I always like to start the session with her, with just seeing her buddy and being kind of happy. Now we're going to go to the beginning of the session. I have my trainer has the camera, and here, open the door. She sees him and a bark and a lunge. He actually flinches because it's loud. And notice that I'm like, yeah, because it's fear aggression is the primary, or fear reactivity. But I'm not just going to let her launch out the door and bark at whoever she wants. Some people are like, oh, but she's scared. Yeah, that doesn't mean we don't use a leash and say, hey, you can't just run out there and do whatever you want. She is going through a fear period. That's one of the points of this video. Yes, she's fearful. Is it from genetics? Is it from early life stuff? It's hard to say. She's also in the worst fear period. So that's compounding what we're seeing, not in this video, but in life, where she's lunging and barking and running up to people and being aggressive looking, is because she's in a fear period. So the good news is the owner it'll probably just get better with time, but it won't be fixed with time because there's actually fear in her. Okay, here's the method, right? Treat tossing method. I love it. I'm a huge fan. If you know me, you know I'm not that big into using treats for everything, like some trainers, but random people, like the guy on the camera, has nothing to offer her. She doesn't want to be pet by him. She wants him to just leave. There's nothing to offer. So treats from people is a great method to get over fear. It's awesome. Some trainers will be like, no, it's okay, just you as the owner hold the leash and give treats around people. It's not the same. The person tossing I call it the treats coming from the scary stimulus. That is the key, coming from them. Now, I'm not content with just tossing treats all day, okay? We need some contact. We need Jade to touch him. She's never going to choose to touch him, okay? So the treats are kind of hopefully bringing her in to get some treats and make contact with his hand. So he's still tossing treats because he tried with the hand, it didn't work. Now I'm throwing treats closer. I know Jade's not going to bite him, all right? I've done a couple sessions with her. I know the deal. Other people don't know that, though, so that's why it's tough for the owners, right? Random people coming in the house or walking down the street, they don't know she's not going to bite them. So I drop treats closer. Now, these are coming from me, but that's just because he's holding a camera. I even put it on his shoe. I want her to touch him. I want there to be some contact. Okay, she doesn't care. Mom's in the office. Oh, close, very close, right? We're going to try the hand thing again. I even put my hand almost where his hand would be. She eats it out of my hand. And then we're going to segue to his hand, which is a big deal in a case like this. So back to and then I let her off leash. She goes in. She wants to sit with mom. Mommy, right? A lot of dogs have mommy issues, daddy issues. But she's fine. She's not unbelievably fearful where we're just going to let her retreat, right? She comes out. So we're not going to just let her go sit by mom, all right? So we're going back to it. A lot of treats. A lot of treats are good, okay? I make her look at him in the eye. So I hold the treat up to his eye. That's the first time she's made eye contact with him in the eye, which is something you want. You want the dog to look up and see them and do all these different things. Now, I think I give him treats here in a minute. More treats. Here we go. Treats from his hand. There we go. There we go. She just ate treats out of his hand. That's a big deal. So here's what's going. Here's more treats from him. Big deal right there. If you can get your dog safely to eat treats out of guest's hand, you're on your way. All right. Now we're in the office. Now he does this thing. Why do I have him put his hand up in the air? Just movements. Clients call me all the time and their dog barks at guests for an hour or a day sometimes. And then the dog gets good with them. And the minute the guest gets up and goes to the bathroom, the dog lunges. Or the minute they come out of the bathroom, the dog lunges. So you've got to, if you can do this with your guest, have your guest, like I have Dawson here, pick up his leg and smack it on the ground, and then treat. You got to have your guests do movements and then treat. Do movements and then treat. Get up, give a treat. All right, you got to do all these things. So that the dog is getting reinforced after. And I don't even care if the dog barks and gets a treat right after. So operantly, right, you are reinforcing a bad behavior, technically. They bark, you give them a treat. Technically, that's reinforcing an incorrect behavior. I don't care because we're not working on an operant level with this. We're working on a classical conditioning level or a Pavlovian level. We want her to feel better about random guy. So I have him leave and come back, right? She barks. Even as he walks in, she barks. And we treat. I don't care. Yeah, we're reinforcing the wrong behavior. I don't care. The bigger picture thing is the classical conditioning. So if you've got a dog like this, follow these rules. Oh, I have the owner go next to him. I'm a big fan of that. Then the dog knows, oh, my mom likes this guy. It doesn't fix her. She's going to take time to fix. But that's another aspect of it. So owner, acknowledge the person. Person, give treats. Person does movements so that the dog is being conditioned to accept those movements. All right? That's your video. Look at the tail wag. She likes him a little bit. She's getting better with him. Little bark right there. You know, it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's always the case when you're dealing with sort of deep fear and fear periods.